Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're testing out your drugstore recommendations. And I did a previous haul where I showed you everything that I could potentially use in this video. You voted, told me what you wanted to see. So these are everything you guys recommend. This is the best of the best at the drugstore, in your opinion, and I'm going to try them on my face today. Some of these I have used in the past, but I got different shades. You'll see in the video if you didn't watch my drugstore haul, but I cannot wait to put this all on my face, so let's begin. The first product I have here is the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara, which we will be using on my brows today. I'm hoping this gives that laminated soap brow look, because I like to gel my brows down before, so that's how I'm going to start off. And since it's the first thing I'm doing, if it doesn't work like that, we can always start over. I'm used to basically glue on my brows. Not actually glue, but you know, products that act like a glue for your brows. So this is very light in terms of how it's holding. I don't know if it's going to be a strong enough hold for me. But you also have to remember that I have a very specific way I do my brows. For the average person who maybe doesn't do their brows like me, this will probably be sufficient. I'm just going to start with that, and then I'm going to quickly fill in my brows with my NYX Lift and Snatch, which you guys saw in me testing a bunch of viral NYX products. I'm going to do that, come back, and we're going to move on to the rest of the face. So here are the brows complete. They're not my normal laminated looking brows. Nothing wrong with how these are. I used to do my brows like this, so some people might actually like this better. I just don't know how the brow gel will hold up throughout the day, so I have to continue to test that, but it definitely doesn't do the slicking down, so it's not a super strong hold, just like a normal everyday kind of brow gel, if that makes sense. I also quickly prime my lids with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and work on skin, and then we're gonna go back to the eyes. So I picked up this Weleda Skin Food. It's the Ultra Rich Cream, and this stuff smells like paint. A couple other people said it does smell like that to them. One person said it's just supposed to smell like citrus. I can smell citrus, but honestly it still smells like paint to me. So a little goes a very long way. I'm just going to take a little bit and put this on the skin. This product is extremely hydrating on the skin. As I said, a little goes a long way. And if you have very dry skin, it is really effective at nourishing the skin. Like, it's a super thick cream. This is almost too thick for my skin. I'm normal to slightly dry, so I would recommend this for truly dry skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. It's a pore minimizing primer. This is supposed to be transparent, so it's a universal shade. And you guys know I love a good pore filling primer, so I'm going to use this on my T-zone. This is definitely a noticeable pore smoother. Looks really, really good. Foundation should definitely look a lot better over top of this, because I mean, I can definitely tell. Like, I just want to put this all over my face at this point, because it's really doing a good job at smoothing out my pores. However, I won't do that. Products like this I typically just use for T-zone. And then for the rest of my face, I've been loving the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I purchased this a little bit ago, but I have been loving this. So this is better as an all-over smoothing primer. It smells fantastic. Again, a little goes a long way. And it just makes your makeup glide. The more I use this, the more I love it. Because at first it was good, but honestly, the more I've been trying this with other products, it's so, so nice. It really does make an overall smooth canvas. My skin feels really smooth before going in with foundation. I'm pretty excited about this whole base situation going on. And for foundation, I had two that I wanted to test. A couple of you said I should do half and half, which I'd consider doing for another video, but I wanted to do whole foundation on my face today because I do have to look somewhat normal after filming this video. This is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. I have the shade 4W, and this isn't just your regular True Match. It actually has hydrating hyaluronic acid in it. So it is a new formula to me. I've never tried it. I know it's been out for a little bit places, but this has recently been getting some hype, and a bunch of you told me I should check this one out. This is super blendable. Just wait till you see how this goes on my skin. It literally is effortless. Minimal effort, no streaking. especially with a brush. Usually you'd have to do a little bit more blending, but it just sinks into my skin. This formula really works so nicely with my skin. I think because of the hyaluronic acid, that's an ingredient that actually works quite nicely for maintaining the hydration in my skin. The difference between the lower part of my face and my forehead just speaks for itself. It has really good coverage. As I said, it's quite easy to blend. Super blendable is definitely exactly what this foundation is. Like, it couldn't have been a better name for it because it really does just blend itself truly. That is one layer of the foundation. I think it looks so beautiful. I'm going to try and build it up a little bit. As you can tell, I have used this before, so I can actually comment on this a little bit more. But really, like, it's so good at building too. Look at this. It just is such an easy to work with formulation, and the wear on this is really good too. Just don't get your hair in it. It just can't look cakey. You could just continue to build this on at least my skin, and it sits beautifully, plus just absorbs it kind of to make it one with my skin. It really is a beautiful formulation, and I keep going on and on about it, but truly, if you have not tried this one specifically, I think you'd really like it, especially if you have similar skin type to me. And I find I do like something hydrating, but it can't be too luminous because then my skin looks, you can see all the imperfections, but this has that hydrating quality to it, but also has a perfecting look. So it's not overly luminous, which I was afraid when I first tried it, because sometimes hydrating foundations can be quite luminous, but this one's more of a natural. This one was a really nice find. I'm so happy you guys recommended this foundation to me. And you guys know I'm a sucker for foundations, and I loved Fresh Wear, which is even more coverage than this, and matte. This one's kind of a nice in between L'Oreal Pro Glow, which I also love, and the Fresh Wear. So if you were mixing those two, like I would sometimes, try out this guy because this is really, really nice. And then for concealer, I didn't get a recommendation, though I know there's a lot of popular ones out there at the drugstore, so I'm just going to use ones that kind of shopping my stash at this point. And I thought this would be a good one to use because if you didn't know, Becca's going out of business, and I loved their under eye brightening correctors. I wanted to revisit the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Brightener. I can't get over my complexion though. With those primers and that foundation, I look smooth. Like, you can barely see my pores compared to like previous videos I filmed recently because they are kind of on the rough side at the moment. So this would honestly look insane if I just wore it as is, but I truly use this as a corrector brightener underneath my eyes. So I do need to go back and put some concealer over top, but I just wanted to show you how this looks like on my eyes. This one is thinner, still gives that brightening quality. The Becca, if you found, was a little too slippery for you. This one's not like that at all. So I think a lot of people would enjoy this if you're looking for kind of an alternative. I've also heard, I think the Milani is closer dupe for the Becca. So I also want to get my hands on that, but it's like sold out everywhere. So I have two shades here. I think I'm going to use Neutralizer. That kind of took out a lot. So I'm just going to play around with the product underneath my eyes and use this to conceal and highlight my face. Just gonna have to make it work. This has been my favorite part of doing my makeup lately because I found a different technique to set my face with powder, which really does make a difference. And I'm hoping in this video you can see, even though my skin already looks really, really smooth with these products, so I might have to demonstrate this again in a different video with a foundation that really exacerbates my pores, because right now I'm looking a little too smooth. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I can still show you guys in this video and you can see, maybe try this at home for yourself. But I've had this Beauty Blender sponge for quite some time. I saw Bailey Sarian use this in one of her Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays. I had this for a while and I decided to use her technique of just putting loose powder underneath her eyes. And holy cow, does this ever make a difference. So I've been obsessed with these two products particularly. You can use this with any loose powder, but honestly, the Maybelline Fit Me powder, I forgot how good this was. So this is the shade Light 15. I did get another shade 10 in my haul. So this is the shade Light, and it's a pretty good match for my skin when I have a little bit of a tan going on. So I do find these run a little bit dark in my experience. So I'm just gonna take powder on this puff and put it underneath my eyes. It goes on smoother than a sponge, brush, anything you could use. Honestly, like, this is where it's at. So I want to pick up another one of these during the Sephora spring sale. This is on my wish list. I'm just gonna let it set there, and then I'm gonna brush the excess away, and it looks really smooth. I'm also going to quickly contour my nose and bake the sides, just so you can actually see how that powder looks for baking too, because I've been doing this for my nose contour and it works like a charm. While that nose contour just sits there, my skin kind of eats the powder, so I'm just going to brush away the excess underneath my eyes. My skin was so smooth before, I'm definitely gonna have to do this in another video. I am like insanely impressed with that foundation combo with those primers. Truly. Like, is this gonna be how my face looks for the rest of my life? Because I would like that to be the case. I am smooth. For bronzer, everyone recommended this to me. I'm a huge fan, but I haven't purchased a new shade since they originally came out with colors. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I got the shade Deep Bronzer. I used to use the shade Bronzer, still love that color. Wanted to try out this shade though, to see how it works for me. I'm hoping it's not too dark. I remember these being nice and buildable, so I'm not too worried, but it's still quite a deep bronzer for me currently. Has the perfect undertone. I love a good red undertone bronzer. It looks more natural on my skin because I naturally pull quite red when I tan. If I had to choose though, I still think I would go with the original bronzer shade though. This is nice, and I think it would work for people deeper than me. It's still a good color, but I'm just using it very lightly, very sparingly, because I can tend to overdo it with bronzer, because I love a lot of bronzer. Even that's going on this foundation smooth. Like, this is the ultimate combo right now. While we're here with the bronzer, I'm just going to do a light dusting through my crease. I'm not doing anything on my eyes. No one recommended an eyeshadow palette to me, so I'm just going to use bronzer. I honestly, on most days, I'm not even doing any eye makeup, so this is fine for me. I keep using this butter bronzer mirror. Has anyone actually used this brush that comes with the butter bronzer? It's like a sponge. I just can't see that working very well, but if you've used it, let me know. Am I missing out? You tell me below. And then a bunch of you told me to pick up the Essence eyeliner pen. So I'm going to use that to do a little wing. We're going to try and do a little baby wing. If it turns out thicker, we just go with it. The intention is to do smaller, so we'll see how it goes. This is a felt tip, which I personally really like. For the amount I use eyeliners, honestly, this would be worth it to me because it does the trick and it's really affordable. So without wasting too much on an expensive eyeliner, I think this would be a good option for me personally. It's working out really nicely. I know a lot of people fare better with a brush tip as opposed to a felt tip. I really like a felt tip, but so this is a really good option. One of the most requested products was the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This took forever for me to get a hold of. I finally got it though, and I love the packaging on it. I hear such good things. It has a rubberized wand, super bendy. This typically isn't my preferred mascara sort of wand, so we will see how it goes. A lot of people love this, so I am really excited to see how this performs on my eyes. I feel like this is getting a little bit spidery on me, like clumping my lashes together. And since the brush is so bendy, I find it really easy to get on my eyelid. I think the formula it's pretty decent, honestly. It's not too dry, it's not too wet. I do feel like though I'd fare better with a different sort of brush, but it is getting better. When I went back to work on the other lash, it is getting better. This mascara is a roller coaster ride for me. It's like, do I like it? Do I hate it? Like, what is going on? So I did get a little bit on my lids. I will try and remember to clean that up later, but this is so far how it looks like on my lashes. I don't want to look too high up because it is still drying, and I need to remember that. Will I? Who knows? What do you guys think? How do you think it looks? I know you've seen a bunch of mascara videos on my channel, so you know my lashes. Do they look better, worse? What are your thoughts? Have you tried it? Let me know down below. So let's brush off this big. I polled you guys on Instagram and my previous YouTube videos for these two blushes, and I think the Essence one was slightly ahead. It was so close though that I'm just gonna use both. So I'm gonna start off with one on one side, one on the other, and then I'm going to switch and hopefully make it look the same. If not, you'll get to see both on my cheeks anyway, so that is okay. I'm gonna start off with the Essence blush in Beloved. How pretty is that? You guys just have the best recommendations. I'm like having the best makeup day of my life, minus my nose right here. I don't know what's going on. It's making the shadow that it's going to like this way when it doesn't look like that. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I could just use that and be happy. We're gonna try the other blush though, and then try and make it the same. But that just really livened up my complexion. And then the NYX blush in Daydream, which I'm gonna use on the other side. Just wipe off this brush. That's pretty too. I find this blush on me has a more slimming effect. This one gives me more youthful vibes. I feel like both of them together would honestly be good. So I'm glad I'm gonna be doing that today. So just a little bit of this, feel like at the back portion of my cheekbone is really complimentary, and then that pink really just livens up my face. We're gonna be really blushy today, but that's okay. Blush is in, right? I've actually been really loving blush, and I never used to like it, which is weird to me now. Honestly, both these blushes, buy them. Run out and get these. These are some of the best formulas I've used in, honestly, a long time. They're so smooth and oh, they're so good. Maybe anything is good over top of that base though, because man, do a little excess blush on the nose. Then my friend Steph from Babs Beauty told me to pick up the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. I purchased this on well.ca if you're in Canada. Not sure which shade to use from this. Those are all the shades swatched on my hand. I think I'm gonna use the gold. I might mix all three though, so we're gonna start off with a little bit of the gold. This is super pigmented. So that's just the gold, very blinding, very pigmented, really nice formula. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that pink and just mix it in. Just because I really like the cheeks right now. And let's just have fun with it. I honestly haven't been really wearing that much highlight as of lately. Some makeup looks I do, but I do prefer more of a matte face throughout the day. But that is a really nice highlight. And then for lips, I just picked up one thing based on your guys' recommendation. You said to get the Essence lip gloss. And this has a plumping effect to it. So instead of just applying a clear gloss on my lips, I'm going to show you it in combination with one of my favorite nude lips, which you guys have been asking me to do a whole nude lip videos of my favorite lip combos. And I've been meaning to do that for so long. I'm just trying to think of all my nude lip combos because I have a bunch that I honestly love. So if you want to see that video idea, let me know in the comment section below and I'll get on it earlier as opposed to later. So let me know. You want to see my nude lip combos? Because I'll definitely do that sooner than later for you guys if you're really into seeing that. Starting off with the NYX lip liner in Nude Beige. I'm just going to line my lips, fill it in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London, and then go over with that Essence gloss. Then for clear glosses, I just like to take it on the back of my hand, put on with a brush. Just looking at my face, I'm deciding if I need some setting spray. And I honestly don't even feel like I need setting spray because everything's just meshed so well together. So I'm going to skip it today. See how it goes, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. So here is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of testing all your drugstore recommendations. I had so much fun clearly doing this, and I'm just blown away with how smooth my face looks. Like, I don't think I've looked this poreless ever before. Oh yeah, I forgot to clean up my eyelids, of course. Everything that I purchased in this video, I love. minus the Essence Brow Gel, but honestly, I'm not mad at my brows like this. And I've been doing that whole soap brow for a while. I know brows are so personal and people don't like soap brow and probably will like this better. It's good for a change. So I'm happy with the change. It's always nice to try new products, new techniques, and just, you know, experience different things. So I feel like I look super awake, super smooth, just really bright and fresh. And I think that's the takeaway of this video, is like all these products really do make me come alive. Like, they were so good. So thank you guys so much for all your recommendations. I hope you enjoyed watching this, watch these apply to my skin, maybe find some nice affordable products that you can use in your makeup arsenal. And our community here knows their stuff. Thank you guys so much for all these. I'm gonna keep saying that, but truly, I don't think my skin has ever looked more smooth before in my life. I'm gonna obviously be playing around more with these products with other My Favorite Makeup and see if maybe I can make it even better or if it improves those and we really have some standout things. So I'm gonna do that. You will see in my monthly favorites to come either this month or next month what truly made the cut. But honestly, at this point right now, I could throw it all in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I feel like you guys are gonna definitely be able to tell because it's apparent how smooth I look. This whole video was just amazement for me to really see how these work on my skin. So you guys know me, thank you so much. We have obviously the same makeup preferences, so that makes me even more happy than how I look right now. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the ride that we went on today, and I definitely wanna do these more so in the future. So if you have more amazing makeup recommendations, it could be drugstore, it could be high-end, whatever, leave them down below. I personally love to find affordable options. Who doesn't want to have affordable makeup options? If you could spend $5 instead of $50, I think everyone would rather do that. So let me know your favorite drugstore affordable makeup recommendations in the comment section below so we can really fill up this video and find even more amazing products. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you leave, hit that bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one.